Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to the Book Corner. Hour of the Assassin by Matthew Quirk. I said I was going to do this video on Monday. It is now Thursday. Time gets away from us all. But let's get into it, shall we? I did want to go and start off with a bit of a background because, as I've said, I've talked about when I did my Carte Blanche review, if you remember back, that this year with me and reading has not been the best. True, I've read now 5 books in this year. I'm over a quarter of the way through my 6th, and doing a lot of reading, and again, I'm very excited about this. However, the books I have read, which I will list quickly, Double or Nothing. No, I started the year off with Raymond Benson's The Hook in the Eye. I did Kim Sherwood's Double or Nothing. I forget who wrote Phantom of High Command. Obviously, Carte Blanche Reread, which I just did a review of, and now I'm doing a review of Hour of the Assassin by Matthew Quirk. Now, going into this book, I was kind of nervous because the only book out of those 4 before Hour of the Assassin that I liked was the reread of Carte Blanche. The other 3 were not my thing. I'm still going to read the other 2 Kim Sherwood series because she has James Bond as the main character in Hurricane Room, so kind of have to read the second one to know what's going on with the 3rd book. But like I said, and The Hook in the Eye, that's the one that I said that I don't know if I've outgrown Raymond Benson or he's outgrown me, but I love his Bond novels. I really, really do. But his Felix Leiter novel, I was 2 steps ahead of him the entire step of the way. Again, and if the off chance that they actually do see this video, I am sorry, and I hope that you're very successful with your books. Please do not take offense to my criticisms. That being said, I really thought that I was not going to find an original book that I really liked that was brand new to me. I thought all the books that I was going to like were the rereads, because I'm rereading His Majesty's Secret Service. This was before I found out about King Zero, by the way, which I hope to really enjoy, because I like Charlie Hickson's other adult Bond novel. But then I started reading this book, Hour of the Assassin, and my God, it is great. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to stress that this is some sort of reinventing of the wheel. It is your standard paint-by-numbers, guy gets, framed for a crime he didn't commit. It's a murder of a former CIA guy. This guy, Nick, is, everyone thinks that he did it, and that's pretty much the basics of the book. And yet, with that said, I loved this book. I genuinely loved the characters. I enjoyed the villains. The villain, which, spoilers from here on out, I felt that's the whole Sam David connection, and how, because it turns out Sam thinks he killed this girl years ago, and someone apparently found out about it, and so he basically tells his because he's going to become the president, he tells his right-hand man, David, just get rid of these people, kill all of them. And the problem with that is that you later find out that it turns out that Sam didn't kill anybody, and that David just has been manipulating him this whole time. And I kind of saw that coming, because Sam just seems kind of weak as a villain. And I was like, there's no way he's the main villain. It has to be David. Turns out it is. But it did get me a few times. Nick's best friend, Jeff. I thought that Jeff was a good guy, and then turns out Jeff is like the right-hand man of David, a character by the name of Gray. Turns out he's Jeff, and I'm like, oh, I was not expecting that, This girl, Allie, who you think is this villain, turns out she wants to be one of the good guys. She winds up getting killed for it, but she wants to be one of the good guys, and I'm like, wow, I did not see that coming. The action sequences, the suspense, all of it, Delilah. I don't like that Nick kind of lied to his wife. I get why, because they were having issues. I was talking to my mom about this. I'm like, I'm sorry. he should have said immediately, hey, by the way, the job I was just on, yeah, that person got murdered. I didn't do it, you know. The wife should just believe him, but whatever. But long story short, I just love this book. It was a page turner. I got through it relatively quickly. I would have gotten through it faster, but then Mom said she was going to buy a book and she wanted to read the book with me, and so I kind of had to slow down, which is fine because I had to finish A Spy Like Me before May 19th anyway, so I can hit the ground running with Hurricane Room. But yeah, I'm just, so if you're looking for a book, even though I've spoiled practically everything about it, and you haven't read this book, please read it. It's great. I loved it. I hope you do too. Anyways, that was the this rendition of the Book Corner. I will be back hopefully before King Zero, to be honest, because I'm going to reread On His Majesty's Secret Service. I'm probably going to be doing that at some point in the near future. Yeah, like I said, it is. I'll be back soon. It's not going to be for A Spy Like Me because I'm a quarter of the way through that book, and I'm just like, bringing in Marco Draco from On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and I'm just like, why? Kim Sherwood seems to be obsessed with the Living Daylight short story. He keeps bringing in the Trigger, who's the villain of that short story. It's like, why? Why are you doing this? There's no reason for this. But I will read through it. And anyways, like I said, any positive books that I come up across and want to share with you guys my reviews, because I keep this channel positive, I will be more than happy to. Until then, I believe in you. Hope you believe in me. Have yourself a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.